Hey, good evening, everyone. Earthy Wise Woman here, and I'm here once again to talk about some herbs, both the magical and the mundane uses for them. Today, I'm talking about violets. Yep, violets. See, they have a sweet aroma to them. These are dehydrated, so they have a really sweet, nutty aroma to them. And of course, these can be ingested, but let me not get ahead of myself. Violets, magically speaking, are feminine. Planetary, Venus. Element, water. Now, they are good for luck, for protection, for love, for lust, and for wishes, for peace, and for healing. Now, one of the ways you can do this is you can carry, I'm going to put this right here. I'm just going to show it one more time. Violet in a satchel. And a satchel is no different than, like a paper cloth. You would sprinkle a little in there, and you can carry it around with you for, protection and healing. Just like tuck it into your bosom for a woman or into your pocket for a man. And it's also good for turning around bad luck. So for healing, the way you would use this can be also in a satchel. You can use it to sprinkle over candles or blue candles, especially for a healing. Okay? And you can carry it for luck. But I wouldn't say to bring good luck. It would be more like to change your luck. So if you're having a bad spell of bad luck, you would take violet and say carry it with you to change that into good luck. So that's how that would work. Now, if you were to mix violets with lavender, ooh la la, that would stimulate feelings of love. So understand what you would do is you would grind the violet with some lavender and think about the concept blue, purple, because lavender is purple, grinding together and the aromas mixing. You can sprinkle this over. I would suggest a pink candle, okay? And the reason why pink, because pink is for love. It's for not just lust, because a lot of people think it's red, but it's pink. Because red is for lust, whereas pink is more for that kind of endearing love that most people want. So you could sprinkle the lavender, mix with the violet around the candle clockwise, and chant something like, bring love to me from the universe as my will, so mote it be. Now, in the times of the ancient Greece, they used to carry lavender around, not lavender, my bad, violets around to induce calmness around people and to induce a good night's sleep because of the smell being so sweet and mellow. It raises one's affinity, which is love. So this is a wonderful thing violet can be used for. Now, these are all the magical purposes, but that inducing the sleep and to calm the nerves, that leads us into, of course, as I've always said, the mundane. Mundanely, violet can be used for headaches. Okay, now how would you take it? I'm telling you, well, it can be used for headaches. What you would do is this. You would take, I would say, about a cup of violet and add about 3 cups of hot boiling water and leave it in a mason jar would work for 24 hours and let it infuse. After it is infused like that, you can strain out the violet leaves and then use it as a tincture. And in doing so, it will help you with things like inflammatory things because it is an anti-inflammatory medicine. This is anti-inflammatory. So it can be used for soothing coughs, which is why I'm going to be taking it. And it's also very good for skin health. So it can be used in an ointment sort of way because it helps treat eczema and it helps treat psoriasis. And both are we want these not to be a part of our lives. And it's really good for getting rid of that. Also, it is really good and high in vitamin A and vitamin C. And that's something that we always need a lot of. And because of these properties, the vitamin A and the C and the eczema and the psoriasis, it is really good in wound care. So you could actually use this as a paste on a wound and it will heal and help it heal. So that's something to consider. So I would strongly suggest you keep violets in your medicine cabinet and in your magic cabinet. I hope I said that. Magic cabinet. Okay, violets. Let's go back over that again. The element of water, planetary Venus. It is a female plant. It is the element, I said that, water. Okay, and it's good for luck. It's good for love. It's good for lust. It's good for protection. And in this time of year, for early spring, the very first violets are good for making wishes as well. On a mundane level, it is very good for headaches, eczema, psoriasis. It's very high in vitamin A and C, great for wound care. It is an anti-inflammatory, and it can also be used to calm the nerves and anxieties, and it can be drank as a tea. So I believe that sums it all up. Earthy Wise Woman here saying, hey, your herbs, never underestimate the power of them. Blessed be.